All right, speaking of women finding work-life balance, our guest today has a mission to empower and inspire women everywhere to seek and find the good life. Okay, and she's going to join us with some answers. We'd love to welcome author and blogger Ruth Soukup. Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here.
I love your whole concept, the book, the blog, everything. We all have copies here.
Yes.
And we're going to get to that.
We're all pouring over it this morning.
It's called Living Well and Spending Less. So let's talk for a second about your blog, because you're reaching more than 1 million women every month.
Yes, it's crazy.
That's insane.
Crazy. What motivated you to start writing?
You know, when I started writing my blog, I had no idea it would have the impact or the reach that it does today. I just started writing it mostly for myself. My husband and I were fighting a lot about money because I am a spender and he is not, and I needed to find a way to hold myself accountable. So I started writing about it because I've always loved to write, and what I was writing was resonated with the people who were finding it, and it just grew from there.
Clearly it's something a lot of people can relate to, and I like the idea. It's like you don't need so many things in your life to have a full life. And I'd love to know for you, because you guys, like you said, were having money issues. You were on the brink of personal financial disaster. I mean, what was your aha moment that something has to change?
You know, for me, it was kind of a slow process. We were on, you know, financially, I didn't almost bankrupt us. You know, my husband has always been really good with money, and it's because of him that I didn't put us under, because if it was just me, I would have. But that said, we were on probably the brink of divorce, and it was one of those things where I started saving money and started living on a budget because I wanted to figure out a way to spend less on the things we needed so I could still buy all the things I wanted. And it was still all about getting as much stuff as I possibly could. And there was a point as I started learning to live more frugally that I realized it wasn't the stuff that I wanted. I was buying all this stuff to try to fill a hole inside me that wasn't being filled with all of these things. And the turning point for me was really when I one day took my kids' toys away. And it's one of those things I've written about on my blog. I think it's been all over Facebook and Pinterest, but I'm the mean mom who took my kids' toys away. But that for our family was such a huge moment because I realized I was doing the same thing to them. I was filling their life with stuff they didn't even want. And they were so much happier as soon as I took all their toys away. They played better, they didn't fight as much, they were much more content. Family vacations became more enjoyable because they weren't like, we want this, we want this. And it's been amazing for our family, like learning to just live with less.
That's amazing. Well, and I think that's why you're so popular, is that so many women have this idea, just like we were talking about earlier, that I need this, I need the Gucci this, the that, you know, the Chanel that, like all of the high-priced stuff, or even maybe not even designer stuff, just regular stuff, but I just need more of it to feel better. I need another dress and a pair of shoes. And I just love that you bring it back into perspective of like, that's not important.
And it really, that was for me just the most amazing part, is seeing in them. And I think I was trying to teach them a lesson, and instead they taught me a lesson that we don't need it. And it was
money aside, it must feel really good to get rid of all the
I
like when you
organize I love it. And for me, you know, I'm an easy come, easy go person. I can go to Target and fill up my cart, and then I can go home and like give away stuff, and my husband's like, well, you just bought that, what are you doing? And so for us as a family, like he didn't want to get rid of anything because he was afraid I would just buy more. But once he realized I was done bringing stuff in, we were able to just really get to a point where we could start getting rid of things.
So if you had quick tips then for people at home, what are some things they can do to refocus their priorities?
Stop spending, first of all. Just stop.
That's simple.
We do a spending freeze. We call it 31 days of living well and spending zero. We try to do it about twice a month or twice a year. We're doing it this month. And it's one of those things where we just don't spend on any non-essentials. We still pay our utility bill and pay, you know, you pay your mortgage or whatever you have to pay.
Food.
But no Starbucks, no going out to eat, no running to Target and, you know, going to the one spot or whatever it is that is your temptation. No going to garage sales. For some people it's garage sailing. It's just nothing. You just go down to the bare minimum and use what you have on hand.
Well, if anything, it shows that you can do it, right? So we want to thank you so much, and Ruth's book is now available in bookstores and online. It is Living Well, Spending Less. Thank you so much again for being here with us.